Hey everybody, this is my 1978 Ford F-250 Ranger XLT. It's got a big 460 big block and a C6 automatic transmission. It's a great power combo. The truck was made in San Jose, California, sold out of Roseburg, Oregon at Lockwood Ford, which is just a few hours south of us here in Salem. And we bought it from a family in Salem, so I believe the truck was in the kind of the Roseburg, Salem, eastern or western Oregon area for most of its life, if not its entirety. And on the Marty report, this shows a truck that is 2 of 2. So very cool. It's chrome yellow, Wimbledon white, and it was reshot several years ago. It has its blemishes, but overall it's in really nice condition. The metal on it's really straight. There's a couple areas where it's got some paint bubbling. We'll go over that. But first I want to show off this interior. The XLT, the Ranger XLT trim is really nice because it's got a lot of this wood grain in it. And then a lot of times it has kind of fancy pouches at the bottom. And this one didn't, so we did just kind of finish off the look and put some of the black carpet in there to match the door panels. But the door panels themselves, these are all original. We put a new dash pad in, and then we put new carpet, and this is saddle brown, and I think it goes really well with the wood grain on the trim accents. This is a brand new seat. Well, it's the original seat, but we reupholstered it and rebuilt it with new foam. It's got the black vinyl and the black patterned insert, which I think looks really nice. It's got some new seat belts, new seat belt buckles there. And then on the back of this, you can see that everything inside that metal's in really nice condition. There's nothing that's causing an issue at all. And then another nice thing about this trim package is it has cruise control, and it's also got tilt steering. So if you push this in, the steering wheel will tilt up or down. So really clean interior. We put new headliner in. Those are the original sun visors. And the glass is in really nice condition too. So front and rear glass. If you look in here too, in this door jamb area, everything's nice and clean. A lot of times these will rust out over the years, and it's in really nice shape. And there's a nice visible sticker. And we got our VIN tag right there. Okay, and then I think, if I remember right, these seals are fairly new too. So these door seals, this one's a little cracked down there, but we did put some new sills in. And then we also did the window sweeps here. So all that's new. Got a little bit of bubbling on both sides of the door. So on the passenger side door too, you got a little bit of bubbling. But if you look down the body of that, that's a really straight truck. All the chrome is in really nice shape. These dent side trucks have really nice chrome accents to them. And then this trim along the bottom, I call that racetrack trim. All that's in really nice shape, which is fairly unusual. The tailgate on this is in really nice shape. This is, I love the back bumper. We put some new tail light buckets in and trim for the upper and lower part of the tailgate. So just really sharp. In the back of the bed, we just coated it with a bed liner. It's a very It's a pretty thin bed liner. We just did it ourselves, and it's decent, but it's not a heavy duty Line-X bed liner. But we just did it to dress up the truck, make it look a little nicer on the inside. And you see a little bit of rust right in there too. And on this side we've got a little spot there. Got a new gas tank in the back. And then the rear brakes were gone through. We actually did the rear brakes. We did the brake shoes, and we did the wheel seals. When we bought the truck, the front brakes were already done. So the previous family had the calipers done, the pads, and I believe the rotors. And you can see some new brake lines right there. We did front and rear shocks. It's got a really nice Flowmaster exhaust. And then we put these nice wheels and tires on it. And I love this tire. This is it's a Westlake radial. It's a 265/75/16. Beautiful tire. It's got a great tread without being too aggressive. These 8-hole aluminum Pro Comps are kind of our go-to for some of these trucks. They look great. They're a classic look. And they look really good with the trim on this truck. Front of the grille looks nice on this. We'll get under the hood. So under the hood we did a couple things here. So when we got this truck, it was already tuned up, had new plugs, plug wires. And then we went in and we did the valve cover gaskets. We did the coolant temp sensor. We did an oil pressure sender switch. The cap and rotor was in good shape. So all that stuff was very recent. The alternator was recent. This radiator is awesome. It's a nice big radiator. This truck should probably never overheat. Then the biggest thing we did was we installed AC. So this has factory air conditioning from the factory, and this is an original compressor. And we ended up sourcing some brackets, tensioner, and new AC lines. We did a new expansion valve back there. We put a new condenser in and a new receiver dryer. So all this stuff is in really good shape. The Freon was updated to R134A. So any shop can service it if it ever needs it. But these compressors are extremely well built. Fortunately, they don't make them like that anymore, but it's topped off with refrigerant, so you really shouldn't need to service this AC unit anytime soon, at least. So, but it blows cold. It's an awesome unit. Very recent power steering. I'm sorry, brake master cylinder, and I believe that brake booster back there is recent too. So I think they did that when they did the front pads and rotors and calipers. So, and then it's got a nice Edelbrock carburetor. We did a fuel filter. So, and we did some drive belts. So new AC belt, of course, but the drive belt is new too. So very nice mechanically. It's an extremely well running truck. We'll take a look underneath. I love that badge right there. But underneath the truck, you can see just how nice and clean that metal is. So that's our driver floor pan. And then going back, that's the back of the cab. And then all the way down the bedside, it's just really, really clean. And very nice. So we'll go on the other side, do the same thing. And on the hood, you can see a little spot right there where there's some color variance, and you can tell a little bit where the hood, when it was polished, shows a little lighter color, I think, than some of the other body panels, but you know, I still think it looks really, really, really nice. And then you can see the passenger side metal here underneath. That's our floor pan, and then the back of the cab, and then along the bed. So really nice. And then a little bit of rust right there on the door, or bubble. Nothing's really rusting through. I forgot to show you the bottom of the doors. So everything here is really nice. Our rocker panels are in really nice condition. I just love this interior. It's really cool. There's our custom auto sound. I don't think I mentioned this yet, but there's our AC controls. That's a factory AC truck. And then this is that aftermarket radio, which allows for you to run your iPhone or whatever smartphone you've got with an auxiliary jack that's on the back. And it's also AM, FM, but we like these radios because they have the Ford logo on them. It's a really nice radio. So, beautiful truck. These yellow ones always turn out really, really clean. So we'll take it for a ride. And I hope you guys like it. Thanks.